I think that in these times, resisting this war and this draft is the patriotic thing demanded of me as an American.
You don't own me. You don't control my life. I'll decide. That's what America's about. I get to decide whether I go or don't go. And they say, no, you got to go. And you'll do this and this and this. And you say, no, I still won't. You don't understand. I don't believe in your rules. I don't believe in your rules. I won't obey your rules.
Don't want to fight with another man. Don't want to die in another land. I'm through with school. Now I'm 1A. I got letters, they're taking me away. Here comes Uncle Sam. He wants to take me by my hand, cut off my hair and give me a gun, telling me there's a war to be won. I need this bad, like a hole in the head. They'll send me there and I'll come home dead. Not trying to be brave or say I'm a man. I'm only a kid and I don't understand. Here comes Uncle Sam. He wants to take me by my hand, cut off my hair and give me a gun, telling me there's a war to be won. It seems I'm old enough to kill and destroy. The gun I play with no longer a toy. The guys I shoot at don't know their names. Blow 'em up and kill them now, ain't it a shame? Here comes Uncle Sam. He wants to take me by my hand, cut off my hair and give me a gun, telling me there's a war to be won. Here comes Uncle Sam. He wants to take me by my hand, cut off my hair and give me a gun, telling me there's a war to be won.
Contrary to popular opinion, Uncle Sam doesn't want you in the Army unless you're physically and mentally qualified to be there. Draft boards are anxious to grant deferments or exemptions to those of you who have properly demonstrated your qualification for any such deferment or exemption. Unfortunately, however, every year many young men are inducted who would not have been had they properly documented their physical or mental disqualification, or had they properly demonstrated their qualifications for a particular deferment or exemption. This album is intended to suggest some of the procedures available for pointing out a disqualification or a qualification. It is not intended to suggest methods of dodging or draft avoidance.
Oh, I'm just a typical American boy from a typical American town. I believe in God and Senator Dodd, and I keep an old Castro down. And when it came my time to serve, I knew better dead than red. But when I got to my old draft board, buddy, this is what I said. Sarge, I'm only 18, I got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I've got eyes like a bat and my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Yes, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm a-working in a defense plant. I got a dislocated disc and a racked up back. I'm allergic to flowers and bugs. And when the bombshell hits, I get epileptic fits, and I'm addicted to 1,000 drugs. I got the weakness woes, I can't touch my toes, I can hardly reach my knees. And if the enemy came close to me, oh, I'd probably start to sneeze. I'm only 18, got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I've got eyes like a bat, and my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Yes, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm a-working in a defense plant. Ooh, I hate show and lie, and I hope he dies. But one thing you gotta see, that someone's gotta go over there, and that someone isn't me. So I wish you well, Sarge, give him hell, kill me 1,000 or so. And if you ever get a war without blood and gore, I'll be the first to go. Yes, I'm only 18, I got a ruptured spleen, and I always carry a purse. I've got eyes like a bat, and my feet are flat, and my asthma's getting worse. Yes, think of my career, my sweetheart dear, my poor old invalid aunt. Besides, I ain't no fool, I'm a-going to school, and I'm working in a defense plant.
Do you call yourself a draft dodger? Is that the right term?
I call myself a draft dodger. Draft dodgers doesn't have any ill connotation for me. It's just a label that was given to us.
You feel like an American?
Not at all. No. I'm a principled person. I take pride in being principled. I pulled over on the Windsor side of the Detroit River, parked my van, got out, and flipped a bird to America and said, I vow to never belong to another country again.
I received my draft card. Uncle Sam, he shook my hand and said, fight for your country. So I went to Vietnam. I fought and watched my buddies die. Now do you think it's right to tell us we're too young to vote, but man enough to die? A minor, I'm a minor, just a crazy teenage kid, that's what they say. A minor, I'm a minor, makes me wonder why my draft card reads 1A. They always show me the door when I walk into a bar. I guess they want me sober when they send me off to war. But next time someone tells me to pick up those big guns, I'll smile, but I'll inform them that I'm not 21. I'm not old enough to borrow money from the bank, too young to buy an auto, old enough to drive a tank. My parents have
I was young enough to get drafted, I'd wait till I got my induction notice, then show up in the draft board, and they give you that little questionnaire to fill out. And when they got to that little section that said occupation, I would just write murderer. That sounds funny, but you know, we got such dumb laws in this country, we would never be permitted by law to draft a murderer into the Army to send him to Vietnam to kill Viet Cong.
Three choices. Come to Canada, go to jail, or go out and fight for something that I'd been protesting against for, better part of 2 years. And Canada seems like a awfully nice jail.
Well, I think it took more guts to come here.
This is a protest against protesters.
Fearless cowards of the USA, bravely here at home they stay. They watch their friends get shipped away. The draft dodgers of the yellow beret, yellow streaks up and down their spines. Men who gladly stay behind. They won't fight for the USA. They fought hard for a yellow beret. Men who faint at the sight of blood. Their high-heeled boots weren't meant for mud. The draft board will hear their sob stories today. Only the best win the yellow beret. Back at home, a young wife waits. Her yellow beret has met his fate. He's been drafted for marching in a protest, leaving her his last request. Put a yellow streak down my son's back. Make sure that he never ever fights back. at his physical. Have him say he's gay. Have him win the yellow beret. The yellow beret.
You can't take me. I've got a short knee, and I got a bad back, and I'm allergic to everything, and I have asthma, and look at that hangnail, and I got a pimple on my trigger finger, and besides, I know it's my eighth year in college, but I'm just starting to learn.
I ain't going now!
Well, we were planning on having children sometime soon. My dad...
The yellow beret. Yeah, the yellow beret now.
Yeah.
The yellow beret, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The yellow beret now. The yellow beret, baby.
New York City, 1962. Daniel Seeger says he's a conscientious objector. His local draft board says he's not. Conscientious objection requires a belief in a supreme being, and Daniel will not affirm or deny the existence of a god. He says he has a religious faith in a purely ethical creed. The board has no idea what he's talking about. Seeger is convicted of refusing induction into the armed services. In 1965, the U.S. Supreme Court reverses that conviction. Local boards and courts, writes Justice Tom Clark, are not free to reject beliefs because they consider them incomprehensible. Over 250 sects inhabit our land. Some believe in a purely personal God, some in a supernatural deity. Others think of religion as a way of life, envisioning as its ultimate goal the day when all men can live together in perfect understanding and peace. No law respecting an establishment of religion. Your constitutional right. A message from the American Civil Liberties Union of Montana, aclumontana.org.
He's 5'2" and he's 6'4". He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 31 and he's only 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist, a Jain, a Buddhist and a Baptist and a Jew. And he knows he shouldn't kill, and he knows he always will kill you for me, my friend, and me for you. And he's fighting for Canada, he's fighting for France, he's fighting for the USA. And he's fighting for the Russians, and he's fighting for Japan. And he thinks we'll put an end to war this way. And he's fighting for democracy, he's fighting for the Reds. He says it's for the peace of all. He's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die. And he never sees the writing on the wall. But without him, how would Hitler have condemned him at Dachau? Without him, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body as a weapon of the war. And without him, all this killing can't go on. He's the universal soldier, and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from him and you and me. And brothers, can't you see? This is not the way we put an end to war.
Why are we there? Because some people made a lot of mistakes about, 1963 or 64. And I think wrong decisions shouldn't have to cost me my life or my legs or my arms or something like that.
He's young, he's old, he's in between, and he's so very much confused. He'll scrounge around and protest all day long. He joins the pickets at Berkeley, and he burns up his draft card, and he's twisted into thinking fighting is all wrong. He's a pacifist, an extremist, a communist, or just a Yank. A demonstrator, an agitator, just a knave. A conscientious objector, a fanatic or a defector, and he doesn't know he's digging his own grave. He just can't get it through his thick skull why the mighty USA has got to be the watchdog of the world. Else that greedy USSR will bury us from afar, and he'll never see the missiles being hurled. The universal coward, and he runs from anything, from a giant, from a human, from an elf. He runs from Uncle Sam, he runs from Vietnam, but most of all he's running from himself.
It was grossly unfair, and if America was going to fight wars, you know, white college kids ought to fight them every bit as much as blacks and Chicanos. So my first act was to refuse to accept the student deferment, and failing all other things, to have left the country. But my feeling was it was my country, and that if anybody ought to leave, I thought Lyndon Johnson should be the one leaving, not me.
This record was sung and produced in complete jest, for fun. It is in no way meant to be unpatriotic. The greatest of statesmen throughout our United States history have made jest of serious situations in hopes that it might ease world tension. This is our full and complete intention.
Please, Mr. Johnson, please don't make me go. Now, honest, Mr. Johnson, I don't want to go. There's a Viet Cong waiting over there. I'm hiding in every palm. I might let you cut my hair, but please don't send me to South Vietnam. I said, oh, listen, Mr. Johnson, I don't want to go. Now I know I'd feel a whole lot better if you never sent to me this letter. Cause I gotta take a physical today, and I'll be Saigon bound if I'm 1A. So please, Mr. Johnson, I don't want to go. Well, I just bought a brand new car and new strings for my guitar, and I'll do anything you say, but please let me stay here in the USA. Oh! 'cause you just up and changed your rules. Now please, Mr. Johnson, I don't wanna go. You can't take me, I got bad eyes.
Now that's all right, boy. We're gonna put you right up in front so you don't miss a thing.
But I got bad teeth too.
You're gonna shoot 'em, don't bite 'em.
Oh no, you gotta be making some mistake. You can't be me.
March on, boy. Next.
The resistance was founded in an attempt to organize explicit public non-cooperation with conscription through the action of returning draft cards to the government. Very simple, open, public declarations that we would not cooperate, and if the government intended to enforce the Selective Service Act, then it was going to have to send us to jail.
Oh, Sergeant, I'm a drafty and I've just arrived in camp. I've come to wear the uniform and join the martial tramp. And I want to do my duty, but one thing I do implore: you must give me lessons, Sergeant, for I've never killed before. To do my job obediently is all that I desire. To learn my weapon thoroughly and how to aim and fire. To learn to kill the enemy and then to slaughter more. Oh, I'll need instruction, Sergeant, for I've never killed before. Now there are rumors in the camp about our enemy. They say that when you see him, he looks just like you and me. But you deny it, Sergeant, and you are a man of war. So you must give me lessons, for I've never killed before. Now there are several lessons that I haven't mastered yet. I haven't got the hang of how to use the bayonet. If he doesn't die at once, am I to stick him with it more? Oh, I hope you will be patient, for I've never killed before. And the hand grenade is something that I just don't understand. You've got to throw it quickly or you're apt to lose your hand. Does it blow a man to pieces with its wicked muffled roar? Oh, I've got so much to learn because I've never killed before. Well, I want to thank you, Sergeant, for the help you've been to me. You've taught me how to kill and how to hate the enemy. And I know that I'll be ready when they march me off to war. And I know that it won't matter that I've never killed before. I know that it won't matter that I've never killed before.
April 24 is 002.
I was coming back into Boston. I heard that my birth date, August 2nd, had come up as number 45 on the draft list, and suddenly I realized this was something that I had to figure out what to do about, as I had not really thought I would have to.
003.
The course that I ended up choosing, and it was again in the spirit of those times, was to look for the painless way out, namely a physical deferment. And with a combination of just generalized anxiety and with a determination to get out, I lost about 10 pounds over the next few months. Near the end of the induction day, that is, the people from Cambridge were getting ready to go back into their new lives, the buses started arriving from a white working class district of Boston. And while 9 out of 10 of my comrades from Harvard and MIT were getting out with their doctor's excuses, the same proportion of people from this part of town were marching right through the physical and were going off to the military, going off to the war. Nobody could avoid recognizing what that meant then. We knew that while we were not going to war, we were seeing the people who were. We were seeing the people who were going to be killed.